A beautiful play by Reflecia, aka Lumiere Silva Million here in this game. But Resurgence may just come back here and force a game number 3 in the MYTEL International Championship Series 2 2020 Group Stages Day 4. And we are the Shoutcasters. I am Nomad. Alongside with me is a very serious Wolf.
Yep. I am... Alright. Oops. Wait! I'm sorry, Mr. Nomad. I've messed up my audio. Okay. I think I'm good.
What do you mean you messed up your audio?
I got fatal linked. My wires got fatal linked by the Reflecia man himself, even when he's not in game. But anyways, such a big game number 1 from Aura PH. They're still keeping their championship form. I love that we are seeing them with big time plays, even when it's just their first game. I mean, some teams, if they're off of a good start, they cannot lay low. But we know Aura PH. Back when they were back-to-back champions in the Philippines, whenever they come off a victory or a big championship, they still show their top form. And I think that's very respectable for a team.
I mean, if you're going to be playing the game, make damn sure that it's always your 100%. Not settle for less. And not settling for less is this championship Kufra pickup by Aura.
Ooh.
This is scary. But not as scary as the Atlas earlier on. I mean, all things considered, yeah, Kufra, Reflecia can play a damn fine Kufra, but on the flip side, his Atlas was so masterful that Resurgence wasn't able to answer properly.
Okay. I would give a lot of money to see another Atlas performance from Reflecia again. It seems like we'll not be given the chance. Nevertheless, this is still a mean Kufra. Like you said, this is expected to be one of the better Kufra players in the Southeast Asian region. This already won a championship, several championships even. And we can see this Kufra take off literally and figuratively from RPH. Wonder what they mix it up with. Putting the X-Borg in. Now it's Masha as well as the Yisun Shin. In game number 1, I told that I was talking about Yisun Shin in the draft, and I kind of felt that there should be another objective taker in front of, in combination with it. We were not given that chance by Resurgence in the previous game, but this time they do have the Masha to go with the Yisun Shin, so that makes for a good matchup. A perfect, I'd say, combination or composition wherein you got your scouting potential courtesy of the alternate Yisun Shin, and of course the damage is there. And then you also have that security of taking the objectives, be it Turtle Lord or turrets.
Yeah. And they're really forcing this Leo Mord. I was supposed to say something on top of that, but it's going to be a JP Leomord once again. All things considered, JP's Leomord was good, but all thanks to the sets of Reflecia, I don't think Leomord is as viable in the meta now, but he's been showing up as a not a clutch, a pocket pick for JP.
Yeah, that's right. So what you do with the Leomord now is don't put him in the side lanes ever. The performance of Leomord is just bad in the side lanes. Because I think that we had this primal understanding that Leomord should be a fighter in the off lane, but that was long gone. Now you can play him as the funnel hyper carry, actually. And that just means that we can see another off laner now, another side laner, which will be, in this case, the Jawhead. So what you're looking at now for the RPH side is, it's like instead of going for Lancelot or Ling or your Claude, you just trade it up with a Leomord. And if given the purple buff and the orange buff and add some CDR in there coming up from your member set, kind of a fairly high uptime Phantom Steed, which also makes it that Leomord is always on on a spot where he can always fight, and that's how you play it. That's how you play the hyper carry Leomord. Obviously, you're
I laughed. No. I laughed because that brought back memories from.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a different thing. That's a different thing, and
It's a different thing.
let's just hop back into the game, shall we? The Surge is gonna be on the blue side. Very aggressive fight here over the top side. Sync, did he actually? Oh no, he did not try to go for. Oh, he's about to go for the invade there, but
Yeah.
good call by Aura to stop the initial invade from coming in. Sync looking in for an opportunity to go for the steal.
Ooh.
Will not be
close.
able to steal it.
So close. Sync not only with 1 HP bar, has to be careful now. And the Kufra actually blocks them in here. So I just want to comment on the fact that there was an invade that Sync tried for the Masha. This is the... I'd like to attribute it as one of the big openings now, openers if you're playing the Masha. You go for the orange invade, as I call it. But knowing that the Aura PH back when they were called SUNSPARKS, they were the gods of invasion, as I like to call them in the Philippines. And I guess that if you're the god of invasion, you cannot be invaded so easily. Nice jump coming out from Lumia Savion, but in comes the Revitalize. The turnaround coming out from Resurgence. And they are going for the kill on the X-Borg. X-Borg is going to be taken out with the ultimate of Yisun Shin. The slow is still there even after he flickered out. That's why he was still taken out by the Yisun Shin.
Yeah, you've got to attribute that to the... I think we finally figured out the combination for Yisun Shin here. In order for his ultimate, his Mountain Breaker to be effective, that was a very effective kill onto Sync and KZP. Nice revenge by Lumiere Sivamillion.
What a jump!
Felicia.
What a jump, man! That was amazing. And even me as the caster, I have the bird's eye view of what's gonna happen, and I was kind of following the movements from Resurgence, and I never really, I myself, even having a bird's eye vision, was surprised of the jump from JP, and he comes in for more. In comes the ultimate coming out to Phantom Steed, the Kufrag be taken out as the Yisun Shin takes advantage. What an arrow! Really threading the needle in there. But there's not a conversion into a kill, as JP thinks that it's not yet time to go.
Yeah, going back to the conversation earlier on, the proper lineup here for the Yisun Shin Mountain Breaker, Mountain Shaker, forgot the name, to be effective is if you have a consistent slow. Because once the ultimate is up, if you are a hero that has mobility, you don't need to worry about damage output there. But if you have a constant slow, just like Valiant.
Okay.
But wait, while that's happening, that is going to be a fight in the pit area. Flickered out. Lumiere Raflesia flickers out. JP is going to be forced to flicker out as well. That's going to be the turtle secured on their end as well.
Oh no!
Nia gets caught by Greed. And once again, this is some playful plays by Aura.
Yes, he dashed in. He greets the arrow of Greed, and he gets stunned to the face, and we know that that's not gonna happen. All due fairness for the Yisun Shin, he felt comfortable because they were already winning the fight. Nice momentum to get some shielding, but he will not survive the ultimate of the Baksha. In comes the damage from the fire missiles, but it's not gonna be a problem at all for the Baksha. Able to keep himself alive in there. Nice snag on JP. It's a very good stopper for a farm.
Arrow not going to connect. The Rage is going to connect onto Sync.
Yeah.
Going to be Searing Torrent is going to be forcing them back, and the HPs are low here. Kilowash dives in. Smart missiles to finish the job. KZP is going to be diving into the fight here onto Greed. Greed's going to be able to dash out there without any problems whatsoever. That's going to be a complete disengage.
Like the decision from Kiluwash just flickering in because he knows that he still has a little bit more smart missiles in there, so he's safe. Now in comes the turnaround. Oathkeeper passive. You can see how much damage it deals against that Baksha. Something that we have already forgotten. And look at that, they jump in for more. Nice jump from the Kufra as they take another the help of Greed as well as Lumiere Sivamion. JP gets himself to a very nice spot there in the mid game.
Reed might just be opting to go for a bait here. Abyssal Arrow connects onto Basha. The jump by Lumiere Sauvignon gets the range there. Gets a bouncing ball. No chances of any flickers there from Sync.
Yeah. Man, this is not a Masha that's having a good time. She's 0-3-1. You don't want that to happen if you're the Masha. I mean, if you're not getting the kills or if you're not getting the push, at least don't die if you are Sync. But unfortunately, both is not happening. Now the turtle fight. They go for the last insanity, Mr. Nomad, as the turtle is going to be taken by the X-Borg. Who are they chasing? Arrow flies, hitting onto the Yisun Shin. But that's just an arrow for a retreat, says RPH, as they just back down, respecting the firepower of Resurgence.
Yeah, Resurgence is... Despite the fact that Resurgence is relatively behind in gold items and EXP, they're still a force to be reckoned with. Here goes to the Rage connecting onto Sync once again, making sure that all of the Rages connect. Flicker in by Sync. Goes for the disarm onto Kilowash. Kilowash goes for the ejection straight under the turret. The turret just out of range. They managed to secure the kill onto Kilowash. That's going to be Leah going down as well with the ultimate from Yisun Shin. And now this is going to be a bad time for Aura as the turret goes down and 4 members fall down in that top lane engagement.
A big stumble coming up from RPH. I don't understand why they still fought there. They felt that Lumiere Sivamion or the Fisha will be able to thread the needle and just go to the backline, stun them all up. They were greeted by the Basha on the bush, but what was that? The Masha taken out. Because of that, in comes the maximum. Oh, sorry, it's the max. It's the unstoppable force. And they take out Yisun Shin. The nice peel coming out from Aura PH. They have found the better target. It's not the Valier, it's not the Basha. It's definitely the Yisun Shin and Masha.
Immediately retaliating after those, after that initial 4 kills. I am losing my words in this fight. Sana managed to take down the turret, but got dealt a lot of damage there by Raflesia. You don't see that every day. Sync down to his last HP bar after that bit of a scuffle there against Greed. Abyssal Arrow not going to be finding its mark.
A little bit of a breather, but it's not going to be enough. Want to give more. They stun of Sana this time, and they also have the ejector, and there's not a chance for Sana to lifesteal his way out of that pickle. And now Aura PH will prioritize getting the turtle. KZP, the Basha, or the rolling stuns of the Khufra. Short range jump from Graflesia. It's quite peculiar, but the bouncing ball fends off any further vision from Resurgence, and that's RPH getting that turtle. Onto the left side, that's space created indeed from Kiluwash. So yeah, he's able to
doing things. Oh, Greed with the arrow managed to survive that last minute flicker in by Sana. I don't think that is a wise choice. You are 2 minutes out of a flicker. That is your only survivability option there as a Thams. You know, except for the Cotter inside. Oh, Greed gets spotted out by KZP, and he's finally gonna get taken out. KLVJ, Cutie Patuti, Uwu is gonna. Why did I even say Uwu? He's gonna try to. I lost my momentum. I'm sorry. You take that away now.
All right, and now Raflesia is gonna take us away. Sync receiving so much damage. It's now almost dying. KZP on the backlines though. Nice stun and sets up for a kill now. But the flicker from the Khufra is not gonna save himself. A 5-man collapse in the middle with Resurgence. JP having to use the flicker just to run away. Trying to defend the turret, will not be successful in doing so. In comes KLVJ, Cutie Patootie. But there's no follow-up at all. They tried to defend, but they were far too late. And they're going in one by one. Kiluwash got a spot. This Masha dealing so much damage and actually deletes him from the earth. And they take one. KZP trying to turn away. Arrow is not going to hit the mark, but it's okay. I think that's mission accomplished for Kiluwash.
Man, good thing I immediately went to Kilowash there, because that already sensed that Kilowash was going to go for a killer play in the backlines. Good on him to focus down the Masha, because Masha is relatively the problem for now for these guys because of the disarm. The disarm is a huge deal. when it comes to team fights. The 2 seconds that you're not able to auto attack, you're gone. Good thing for Kilowash to just immediately target him for that.
Very nicely done, coming out from our Cage representatives. It's not yet over though for Resurgence. I still feel that they have a better chance in this game compared to the previous game. All they have to do is to rely on their initiations with this Basha. However, it seems like objectives, the name of the game for Aura PH. As you can see, the two supports just zoning out and making the space for the rest of the gang to take the Lord. Now, oh, what a nice Phantom Steed lining them all up. Catches two, and the Basha now in trouble. Oathkeeper passive makes it sure that Leomord is able to execute them. Takes their head and retreats to safety.
Man, I said Leomord was a niche pick here, and I feel like it only really works properly on the hands of JP.
Yeah, that's right. How good is that? They line up perfectly for that Phantom Steed to be so effective. And even when there's the back show, JP wasn't afraid at all. Now, Sync as well as KZP will be respawning, which makes this a 5v5 team fight for sure in the middle. But, oh, the jump, double jump, even though the last Insanity is going to be layered properly. No cigar, however, yet for Aura PH. Maybe they're focusing on the turret now, and they will be successful in doing so. Top lane, Joyd able to escape the fangs of death. In comes the ultimate coming out from the Yisun Shin.
Barely
not gonna get any. Yeah.
Silvermillion forced to flicker out of that arrow too. They are respecting the abyssal arrows by Greed. Looking for another arrow connection. You're not gonna find the joy there. KLVJ lasting longer in this fight against KZP, longer than expected. Nice ejection out of there, and he still manages to go back and like, no, I'm fighting. And Green manages to take down KZP, and he's gonna be paying the price for that. He's gonna be traded out by Jason. That's gonna be the dive in by JP with the Phantom Steed taking down Leah, and now KLVJ low on HP, flickers out, not safe, but manages to get zoned out by the rest of his teammates, down to 1 HP bar. Two members are gonna fall down. It's just gonna be Sadna left alive here in this 1v4 fight. This minion wave is going to go down without a doubt. Two endless battles onto JP and the Kilowash all at the same time. This inhibitor turret on the bottom lane is going to go down, and this has to be the game unless KZP and Sana manage to defend this. They are now poised. They stop. Oh. What a play by Kilowash.
The throwing fireballs, man. And now they have taken Thams. They'll take KZP as well. That's immortality pop, but I'm sure they'll take him down. Now, snowboarding, Yisun Shin gets the joy, but is quickly punished by the Matador. That is JP. Sync tries to fight one by one. Audition coming up from Resurgence, and all of them, they're getting accepted. The arrow from Greed, the nail biter, the finisher from Aura PH as they take game number 2. My oh my, championship form for Aura PH.
Not gonna lie, the most entertaining game that we've had